For this show, it's 10 questions with Jesse Feyereisen on Behind the Shot. Hi, welcome to Behind the Shot. I'm Steve Brazel, your host, and this is the show where we try and get inside the mind of a great photographer by taking a closer look behind one of their shots, except today is going to be a little bit different. I've been thinking about this format of 10 questions for a while now, and I'm going to start this with this particular guest today because I have a show coming up with this guest, a normal show coming up later. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. But first of all, Jesse Feyereisen, how are you, my friend?
Good to be here, Steve.
It is awesome to have you here so that people know they can find the links to you and everything we're going to talk about in the show notes. They're at behindtheshot.tv, or if they are subscribing on YouTube, down below the like and subscribe buttons. But these are going to be kind of a new format that I'm doing, 10 questions with and whoever the guest is. And it's just going to be 10 rapid fire questions that some are photography related, some are not photography related. It's just having some fun. And we're going to kick it off with you. For those that don't know you, you are a Wisconsin-based toy photographer, graphic designer, digital creative. Do you add anything to that business card when you tell people what you do?
Video as well.
Okay, and video as well.
Yeah, more so editing these days, but...
Yeah, and I think of you mostly as a toy photographer. We just, right before we're recording this, we just recorded a normal show. It's going to come out on May 4th, which is perfect because it is Star Wars related or Mandalorian related. So May the 4th be with you. And when we were doing it, I thought, hey, I've been thinking about this format of asking somebody 10 just bizarre random questions for fun. And we're going to kick it off with you. 10 questions with Jesse Feyereisen. So number one, what is your favorite photography related memory?
Ooh. First thing that came to mind, it was when my wife and I went to Arizona one time, did a road trip, and we spent the night at Monument Valley. That morning, beautiful sunrise. I got some nice panels of the monuments. It was just so calm, warm, serene. It was very nice.
Okay. Favorite movie and why?
Ooh, single movie. Well, as we talked about, I am very much into Star Wars, so I might actually say The Empire Strikes Back. It's my favorite Star Wars film. Came out the year I was born. It's cold and wintry, just like up here in Wisconsin, so it just connects with my brain as childhood, and so I think I'll go with, Empire Strikes Back.
Makes you feel at home. What's your favorite lens and why?
Ooh. As a toy photographer, a lot of people would think I would gravitate towards macro lenses, but I really love the 70-200. I formerly used a Tamron version of it, and I've recently upgraded to the Canon RF version, and I just love that lens. I just do.
Okay. Bringing in, you're a Canon shooter. Why do you shoot the camera brand that you shoot?
Because it was the first one I got to use when I had photography class in high school, and my grandpa loaned me a Canon. And I just kind of stuck with it.
See, this is why I threw this question in here, because it's not all of this, oh, Nikon's better. Oh, Canon's better. No. Oh, I'm a Sony shooter. It's almost always some benign, it was in front of me, or it was a gift, or it fit my hand better, which is what it is for me. What's your favorite snack?
Ooh. I was about to say Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, but I think I'm going to switch and go salty and just Tostito chips. I don't always need salsa. I don't always need cheese dip. Sometimes I just enjoy the saltiness of a Tostito.
So you had me at the peanut butter cups because my favorite candy is probably peanut butter cups.
Oh, yeah. Hard to go wrong.
Where do you find your inspiration?
Music and movies. A lot more music these days. During the workday, I find myself, listening to all sorts of various types of music, from rock to podcasts. And lately, I've been weaving in a lot more movie scores, video game scores, TV scores, and just hearing certain musical cues and things like that just sort of starts popping ideas, and those ideas grow into photos some days.
I like that, actually, and it's the first time I've ever heard anybody describe it that way. What's the hardest part of your genre of photography?
figuring out the next shot. But this maybe isn't genre related, but when I do my photo projects, I try not to repeat myself very often. So every time I do a shot, the next shot has to be something different. It has to be a different character, a different scene, a different dominant color, everything like that. So coming up, once you get off of releasing a photo to the world and sharing it with everyone, explaining it to everyone, then comes the part like, all right, what do I do next?
Okay. This one, you can take your pick. You can answer both if you want to, but we're going to get into the world of dreams. Do you have a favorite dream job or dream car?
Okay. Let's see. Dream job would probably be doing something along the lines of this photography. If I could get paid to do this, that would be awesome. So anything in the realm of Lucasfilm or ILM or any of those hardworking folks out there, it'd be super cool to do a project with them. Favorite car? Back in the day, I used to have this thing for the Dodge Viper. In fact, I even have a hood
I'm sorry,
ornament back
what?
there from the Dodge Viper. From a Dodge Viper?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming at all. Haven't even thought about that car in 10 years, probably. And that's a badass car too. What's your favorite drink? Because for me, everybody knows I'm a whiskey fan. What's your favorite drink?
Sure,
And it doesn't have to be alcoholic. It could be water.
Well, okay. Oh, okay. Actually, funny. I have both. For a drink, just a classic Jack and Coke. It doesn't have to be anything too fancy. But lately, my wife and I have actually been kind of weaning off drinking, and I've really been into liquid death waters. Look it up sometime. It's just sparkling water with various flavors, and they have tea now too. But they have a very fun heavy metal marketing campaign that's super whimsical and it's just super fun. They got me. I'm a total mark for it, and it's just fun.
And I've had it many times when I'm photographing a festival. A lot of times backstage in the press area, that's what all the artists get for water, and they have it in the press area. It's great water, actually.
Sure.
Where do you see your photography in 5 years?
Ooh. Do we dare talk about AI and where that's going? In the short term, I want to get a little bit more away from the figures and get more into scale models. There's something, I work on a computer all day, so it's nice at the end of the day or on weekends to build something with your hands. And plus, going back to my love of like Star Wars and action movies and sci-fi movies from the 80s, there's just something about having the tangible model and photographing that. I'd like to get more into that. And then the AI thing that I brought up, who knows where that's going to go in the coming years. That's something I do want to get into, creating AI elements in the, who knows where it'll go in 5 years. But in the meantime, I would love to use AI to help create backgrounds. Like if I do a ship shot, I can't necessarily hop on a plane and get a shot from above the clouds. I can shoot up at the clouds all day, but if I want something aerial looking down, so that'd be something AI would be able to generate for me, those kind of horizon shots or things like that.
Well, and an interesting one there is you could use an AI to create that background and do what we talk about on the normal show that, again, is going to be released on May 4th, where you put it behind on a television or something like that.
Exactly,
I don't want to spoil the show, but you could do that type of thing. If people want to find Jesse, where can they go on social media?
Yeah, I'm pretty active mostly on Facebook, and Instagram is kind of my big one. I'm trying to do Twitter and LinkedIn. I dabble in that. I've been meaning to get more into YouTube. I have a lot of people asking me for how do I do this, how do I do that, and I've been wanting to do some YouTube tutorials. I started Jesse Feyereisen Photography on YouTube. You can go ahead and look. There's not a lot of content there yet, but hopefully in the coming year there will be more content on there.
And what about your website?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, jessiephphotography.com. I have a blog on there. I try to do pretty much weekly projects. I've been doing that almost consistently for 2 or 3 years now. Just about every Wednesday, every week I do a project, throw it out there. I give you a little description of the project, a little behind the scenes shots, kind of how I did it, and hopefully help inspire others to kind of get into it and do the same thing.
Perfect. Jesse, I appreciate you doing both shows because, again, we recorded a normal show. And then I went, hey, you know what? I've been thinking about this. Do you want to do one now? And he's like, sure,
Absolutely.
why not?
Absolutely.
So
Challenge
thank you
accepted.
so very, very much. If you guys want to follow Jesse, make sure you do so. It's Jesse Feyereisen. And spell that really quick so people can Google it.
Sure. Jesse, Jesse, Feyereisen, Feyereisen.
Okay, perfect. So people can go look him up. And to everybody, as always, thanks for watching. You can get this show wherever you get your podcasts in audio only or video format. All the show notes are always at the website, which is behindtheshot.tv, or you can find the show notes in the description as well on YouTube. If you do watch this show on YouTube, please head down below the like and subscribe buttons. You can find everything there. And on your way by, click the like, click the subscribe, click the bell, choose all, do all of that stuff. If you want to find me, it's at Steve Brazel on almost any social media. This lower third doesn't list Mastodon, but I'm on Mastodon at the same handle, or at Behind the Shot TV. And again, thank you for all the reviews, all the kind comments, all the subscribing, all of that type stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you join us next time as we try and get inside the mind of a great photographer by taking a closer look behind the shot.